Hey everyone, ready for another deep dive.
Always.
Today we're looking into something pretty wild.
Oh.
This millionaire decided to build
Mm-hmm.
like their final resting place
Okay.
right in the middle of the city.
Wow, in the city.
Yeah.
That's unusual.
Yeah, and it's not just like a normal grave.
Right.
This is like a huge mausoleum
Mm.
that supposedly cost
Yeah.
30 billion.
30 billion.
We don't even know what currency,
Wow.
which is adds to the whole mystery.
Definitely adds to the mystery.
So what do you think about that choice? I mean,
It's pretty audacious, right? Most people with that kind of money would probably go for like a private island or a secluded estate.
yeah, for sure.
But to choose like the heart of a city.
Yeah.
It's a statement.
Like they want to be seen.
Exactly. Like they're challenging the anonymity of the city.
And they're doing it in a big way.
Yeah, for sure.
Because the sources are describing it as this crazy mix of architecture,
Oh, really?
like modern and traditional all at once.
Mm.
They're even comparing it to like a sacred mountain
Oh, wow.
rising up out of the concrete.
That's a powerful image.
And get this, they've even got this super ornate gate.
A gate?
Yeah, it's called a
Okay.
hanging flower gate.
Hanging flower gate.
Yeah, it's
Interesting.
and it's like this blend of, extravagance and spirituality.
So what do you make of that design choice? What do you think they were going for?
I don't know, it makes you think about what they were trying to say
Yeah.
with this whole design,
For sure.
Like especially the whole sacred mountain thing.
Yeah, especially in the middle of the city.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like they wanted to transcend the ordinary.
Totally.
Like elevate themselves, Makes you wonder if it was just about the money or was it something deeper, like a yearning for immortality.
Like, look at me. I was
Yeah.
here and you're not going to forget it.
Exactly.
But yeah, there's definitely that spiritual side too.
Mm.
Oh, and speaking of ambition,
Yep.
the sources mentioned that they brought in telecom experts.
Telecom experts.
Yeah, for the
For
construction.
a tomb,
I know, right?
right?
That's strange.
It's like, what were they thinking?
It definitely suggests that there's more to this mausoleum than meets the eye.
Yeah.
Like, maybe it's not just a resting place,
Right.
but like an experience.
Okay.
Maybe they wanted to communicate from beyond the grave somehow.
Wow.
Like imagine holographic projections or voice recordings that trigger when you get close, or even some kind of AI system that interacts with visitors.
That would be incredible.
It adds a whole new dimension to legacy.
For sure. Yeah. It's like they wanted to bridge the gap between the living and the dead, using technology to break those boundaries.
Yeah.
Which brings us to another interesting detail, the whole 11 minutes thing.
11 minutes.
Yeah, some sources say it's how long it takes to tour the whole thing, but others say it's like a symbol, something deeper.
Interesting. The symbolism of 11 minutes.
Like, on one hand, it could represent how short life is compared to forever,
Like 11 minutes is nothing.
It's a blink of an eye in the grand scheme of things.
Wow.
A reminder of our own mortality.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, maybe it's about the impact we make in that short time. Like,
Sure.
what can you achieve in 11 minutes? What kind of mark can you leave on the world?
That's a great question.
It is, isn't it?
And it kind of gets at the core of what this whole deep dive is about.
Yeah.
It's not just about this one millionaire.
Right.
It's about legacy in general. Ambition,
Mm-hmm.
the choices we make.
Those big questions.
Yeah, and like, why should we even care about any of this?
Exactly.
What does it all mean for us?
It's really interesting to think about how the location impacts our perception of this whole legacy thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, imagine if this mausoleum
Mm-hmm.
was built out in the middle of nowhere.
Like in some quiet cemetery.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Would it even get the same reaction?
Probably not.
Building it right in the city.
Yeah.
The millionaires making it unavoidable.
It's like a constant reminder.
Right in your face.
Yeah, like think about life and death.
Exactly. You can't escape it.
So how are people reacting to this thing?
The sources highlight a pretty big divide.
Oh, yeah.
Some people think it's amazing.
Like a work of art?
Yeah, like breathtaking.
Okay.
Others think it's just a vulgar display of wealth.
It's like two sides of the same coin.
Hmm.
On one hand, you've got people who just see the beauty of it,
The artistry, the scale of it.
Yeah, like a testament to human creativity.
Sure.
But then there's the other side.
The people who are like, is this ethical?
Couldn't that money have been used for something better?
Exactly, like hospitals or schools.
Yeah, one commenter even said,
What'd I say?
how many lives could have been saved with that money?
Wow.
It's a tough question.
It really is.
Like, can you appreciate the art while also questioning the cost?
It's a dilemma, isn't it?
Big time.
But it's fascinating how this one structure is bringing up all these bigger issues.
Yeah, like wealth responsibility.
What does it mean to leave a legacy?
Like, what are our priorities as a society?
It's like this mausoleum is holding up a mirror to us.
Wow, I like that.
Forcing us to confront our values.
And it's not just about thoughts and feelings.
Right.
There are real-world consequences.
Like what kind of consequences?
Well, the sources talk about how it's become a tourist attraction.
Oh, wow.
Which is good for the local economy,
Right.
but it's also causing traffic jams.
Oh, no.
Changing the cityscape.
So it's disruptive.
Yeah, some residents aren't happy.
That makes sense.
It shows that even personal choices can have ripple effects.
Yeah, even something like building a tomb.
And it's interesting how that tension
Between the personal and the public.
plays out in the design.
Like how?
Remember the hanging flower gate?
Oh, yeah.
The sources talk about how it's both opulent and spiritual. Like it's reflecting the millionaire's own mixed motivations.
Trying to bridge those two worlds.
Exactly.
The worldly and the otherworldly.
And it brings us back to the 11 minutes.
Right?
If that's really all the time you have,
Yeah.
what kind of impact can you make?
You can do in 11 minutes?
Like they're challenging us
Yeah.
to make the most of our time.
Because 11 minutes.
Is all we've got.
Wow, that's powerful.
You know, it's kind of wild to think
What's that?
this millionaire could have done anything with their money.
Yeah. They had so many options.
But they chose this mausoleum.
This huge statement.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if they saw it as their, like, ultimate creation.
Like their magnum opus.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this is how I want to be remembered.
It's interesting, isn't it?
It really is.
Because it speaks to the idea that a legacy isn't just about stuff.
Right? It's not just about the money.
Exactly. It's about the impact you have on other people.
Like, on their thoughts and feelings.
Inspiring them, challenging them.
Yeah, and this mausoleum is definitely doing that.
Oh, yeah. It's sparking all kinds of debate.
People are really thinking about this.
And questioning their own priorities.
Which is pretty cool when you think about it.
It is, isn't it? Makes you wonder
What about?
if this will be like those ancient wonders.
You mean like the pyramids?
Yeah, or the Taj Mahal.
Those were built by powerful people, too.
With tons of resources.
And a desire to be remembered.
to create something that would last.
Do you think this mausoleum will last like that?
It's hard to say,
Yeah.
but it's already becoming part of the city.
A landmark.
Exactly. And future generations will come see it and wonder about it.
It's like a giant art piece.
That we can all interact with.
And whether you love it or hate it,
It gets a reaction.
it really does.
And I think that's the big takeaway here.
What do you mean?
A true legacy isn't about controlling how people remember you.
Okay.
It's about creating something that resonates.
Something that makes people think.
Exactly. Something that keeps evolving even after you're gone.
That's pretty profound.
It is, isn't it?
So what about you?
What about me?
If you had the resources, what kind of legacy would you create?
That's a tough one.
What message would you want to send?
I don't know.
Would you build it in the heart of the city for everyone to see?
I guess that's something we all have to think about.
It really is. And on that note,
Yeah.
that's another deep dive complete.
Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Don't forget to check out the sources for this episode.
And let us know what you think.
Until next time, keep exploring.
And keep asking those big questions to you.